Hello, and repeat after me. It's a Fab Friday and Antonio Guterres' underpants. That's a good way to set up your weekend. I don't know what it is, why I am obsessed about, what is he, the General Secretary of the United Nations? Antonio Guterres' underpants. What is missing from life? Recently, I have been harping on a bit that things are changing or they're in flux, and I don't know about you, but there's a cloud of misery hanging over the world. Well, maybe there is, but what I believe, and I've ruminated on this in the last 24 hours, what's missing from life? It's fun. Fun has gone out of it. Everything is instant these days. You're looking at a TikTok or a Facebook, you might get a funny little clip. But in general, the spontaneous kind of fun that we used to have. Like giving each other a wedgie. Why am I obsessed with underpants again? Underwear. You know, just a spontaneous fun. But also, again, if I further divine down into what's going on, wonder. We're missing the wonder in life as well. Now that's something we have when you're that little boy or little girl. Do you remember when you're just getting to grips with life? And it's not necessarily a case of, when I grew into a man, I put away childish things. No. Maintain, if you can, the sense of wonder. Because the initial things that originally aroused wonder in you, if you think that's all there is to life, there's a hell of a lot more, I'm sure. We have not a clue. Hate using the word universe, but, you know, there's so much more for you to explore. If you want to get back to basics, yeah, do what I did recently and do a bit of gardening. Never done it before in my life. Do you know the other thing? What started me off, before Christmas, we had an electrician in here. I think I might have related the story as to sometimes 3 times a day the electricity was cutting out here for the guts of 18 months. It was a disgrace. Anyway, we tracked it down. But one of the things he insisted upon was, I'm not sure what it's called, I think it's called an earthing rod. You know what I mean? In case the house gets struck by lightning, there's a thing, most of you have it, you're not even aware of it, out the front of your house. It's like a little, these days it's like a green box. Well, I knew we had an earthing rod, but the guy was basically saying, 140 quid if you don't. And I said, I know it's down there somewhere. Just hang on, it is related to what I'm talking about. So I'm damned if I'm going to spend 140 quid on something I know already exists, albeit rusted. It was one of the old ones. The new ones have a kind of vibrant green colour, so they're easy to spot. These are generally at the front of your house, maybe in a flower bed or dug down somewhere in the earth. And I knew it was there, although I had a bit of landscaping done a couple of years back. And I'm beginning to think the original one, somebody didn't know what they were doing or didn't care and just took it. So, oh God, I tried everything to find that earthing rod to save me the money. It was just the principle. I knew the thing was there, but I was wrong. I think that someone had taken it. Someone had removed it when they were landscaping. So I was looking and looking, but at one stage I had literally my arm down in the soil and I was connecting with earth in search of an earthing rod. But I was in touch with the soil or the land, albeit microcosmic. I didn't have a 40 Shades of Green field. There was something grounding about it, in the same way as perhaps today, if you're near a beach like I am, you might just nip up there on the strand and take off your shoes and feel the seawater lap around your feet. I know, you don't get all self-conscious. Do it, because you will feel something you're depriving yourself of. So where am I looping back to is the wonder of another. Well, actually, hold that thought. Let's do a placeholder on it, because I do want to. Something else just occurred to me. Anyway, at one point as well, I got a present of what are they called? Metal detector, and it's sat in its box here for about 4 years. Never touched it. Always something I'd wanted. Good meaning friend had given it to me. And it was like, oh, I don't even want to use it, it's so nice. And it stood there behind me for 4 years. And around the time I was looking for the earthing rod, I engaged this thing for the first time, a metal detector. And one of my daughters, I can still see her now, the one who's in Spain, she was coming around the corner, coming back from town, and she saw me, you know, fat and 60, with his metal detector, and she laughed her head off and took a picture of me. Somewhere there's me with the metal detector. Anyway, in my roundabout way, I'm saying, look, by the way, I ended up spending 140 quid. But he did lots more besides that. The grams worth it. But anyway, it was worth it. I've got nothing but electric around me, and it stays that way, which is great. Because in the voiceover game as well, you could be recording, and next minute the electricity goes down, that's a whole new story. So I'm getting to grounding. I'm talking to you about the earth. Leaves. Look around you. If you're blessed with sight, how many people aren't? Look around you. You know, they say smell the coffee. Maybe do. Or get some albus oil. Something to connect you with, just jarring you into a sense of wonder and perhaps fun again. Spontaneity. I've seen recently videos. I like the pranks where they scare you, you know, and there's some doing the rounds now on TikTok where people literally just lie down and they might stick their head, just they're lying down and they stick their head out the door of, say, a bedroom or a kitchen. So their significant other is walking along. Oh! You know, they're really funny. There's like compilations of them. I'm worried that someone's going to kick the head off you with fright. But yeah, it's just that odd angle and jarring someone. But spontaneity. It's a bit of fun. Earth, water, earth, wind and fire. You know, at the end of the day, I do think, without getting all existential about it, if you believe in a God or your God, great, fantastic, believe in something. But essentially, we're elemental. We are, you know, thou art dust, and into dust thou shalt return. We are, you know, if you do the chemistry on us, we're potash, magnesium, water, or in my case, bullshit. You know, that's what we are. We're out there somewhere, child of the universe, age of Aquarius, I don't know. But I'm beginning to think we're so ho-hum in life that it's passing us by. And before we know where we are, we're going to be lying on a freaking bed with a drip in our arm, probably a couple of drips scattered around us as well, going, oh God, wasn't he great? And you'll say, fuck, game over. So, I don't know, get up, move. You've probably heard of Tony Robbins, you know, the big motivator. He spits a lot when he talks. He's very, very good. And he has this little routine that before he goes out on stage, look at the movie I Am Not Your Guru, and it's on Netflix. And he gets himself into a peak state. He gets himself into a peak state for the day. I am going to put a link at the bottom of this. You're not using Proton Mail again, by the way. I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, I'm going to lose the account. This much is true at protonmail.com. This much is true at protonmail.com if you want to communicate with me. Yes, of course, you can do comments below, but I'd like to see my Proton Mail account be used, please. If I have time, you'll see it up here behind me. If I don't, you'll know what happened. This much is true at protonmail.com. Tony Robbins gets himself into a peak state before he goes out on stage, always, consistently. And in the morning, I know what I was going to say to you. Yes, I'm going to put a link down below. It's about 8 years old. She is, I have to say, easy on the eye. And I'm talking about a lady called Danielle. And I am, I'm pretty stone overweight. But I do a little workout she does. And I'm going to give a link to you of a certain age. Well, I don't bar anybody from the benefits of it. And I just do this little kind of workout that gets a bit of fat burning and gets the old, you know, gets the joints moving and stuff in the morning. My wife laughs. She goes, shall I call the ambulance now or later? You know, because, and my daughter looked at me doing it recently and she said, disparagingly, he's not even doing the movements right. But anyway, have a look down below for the link and you'll see Danielle working out. It's only 8 minutes long. That's the beauty of it. So it just gets me moving. Sometimes I do it twice a day. Gets me into that peak state. Do a bit of this as well if you can. It's an Indian thing. By the way, he's not looking, but hello to Ganesh. He's one of my best customers for voiceover. I have some work to do for him. This is... Oh, you probably heard it tapping as well. Anything just to get yourself out of goddamn ho-hum. I know when I was harping on about my earth rod box, whatever it was, a minute ago I said, hold that thought. I'm going to tell you now. There's a movie, and it starred the late Robin Williams in it. I'm trying to think of it. I know I have it somewhere in the studio. But do you know it's the one where he's kind of like he's a doctor in it? Not the one where he becomes a clown and all this. What is it called, that movie? And it's the one where he treats people there was some kind of a epidemic in the 30s where people literally almost became zombie-like. Probably, it'll come to me anyway. You know the movie I'm talking about. And, well, he does a few. Oh, I'm off again, I'm going on tangents. You know, definitely Dead Poets Society is a good way to look at your mortality, you know, seize the day. But anyway, this particular movie where he's playing the part of a doctor, very quiet little fella, but he manages to bring these people who are still alive, but they contracted a disease when they were in the 1930s when they were children, and they've literally become zombie. They don't respond to anything in the world. One of the actors in it is, of course, Robert De Niro. I shall now do my Robert De Niro impression. You're looking at me, huh? I know, it's disgusting. He's talking to me, huh? Robert De Niro was in it, and he has been in this coma, and suddenly he comes out of it. Do you remember the movie I'm talking about? And he starts getting in. It's the wonder of life. He's outside. He sees rain. He puts his feet, as I say, he immerses them in water. I think he's standing on a strand or something. I don't know, a puddle. But it's just the aliveness of it all. And I assure you, a lot of people say it's game over when we go. I would not be surprised if there's some other kind of dimension that kicks in. It wouldn't surprise me if we go and we meet God or Allah or whatever and we live in paradise, well and good. But I just would not be surprised. You know, at some stage, we would be nothing more than the dust blowing through some foreign street. But the element, the spirit, the soul, whatever you call it, lives on. Why can I not remember that movie with somebody called him Robert Williams recently here. Robin Williams in it. It's a great movie. Do you want to hold on there while I look it up? Come on, let's just do it. No time like the present. No, I won't do that. I won't do that because it could knock us offline. So, come on, just talk amongst yourselves here. Don't leave. By the way, like and subscribe if you're getting any value out of these. Like and subscribe. God, Robin Williams, though, he was so animated, wasn't he? Totally. Awakenings. There you go. Awakenings, because we're Germany, Erwach. Did you ever see that? All the old Nazi standard symbols years ago? E-R-W-A-C-H-E. It's German for awake, I think. But anyway, let's not mess things up talking about Nazis. I'm talking about awakenings. There he is himself, huh? Did you see a lot of spit on my tongue there? It just reminds me of something else. Believe it or not, I'm not going to talk about my heart condition again. Oh, I will. I want to talk to you about my heart condition. Not it in specifically, but when I was recovering 5 years ago, we would do like a kind of therapy afterwards, you know, like a follow-up of classes. And it was a bit, it was a bit sad. I was younger than nearly everybody that was in, these therapy sessions. And they were all 60s and 70s. I was like 55 when it happened to me. But anyway, I got to meet a lot of wonderful, great people there. Lovely people as well, I have to say. People in the 60s, 70s, wonderful people. I'm in my 60s myself now. Oh, Jesus, why don't I fucking let it go? It's really eating me up, guys. Do I look 60? Yes. Yeah, do you know that thing when you say to someone, oh, I turned 40 recently, and they say, oh, you don't look 40. And then around the time I turned 50, I say I've turned 50 or I'm 52 or whatever, expecting, oh, you don't look it. I used to just, people would just go, yeah. No acknowledgement whatsoever. When I was in these follow-up sessions, I know there's a proper name for them, but it consisted of kind of group therapy or group information as to what to do next now that we've all had our stents or our bypasses. Oh, okay. I met this lady, and she was lovely. And she'd had, I think she might have had a heart attack. And she was all stented up. Oh, God, she was lovely. So we got talking, and she said to me, I said to her, what did you do before your retirement? And she said, oh, I was senior cabin crew with Aer Lingus for years. And you know, it's funny that I'm here doing this to do with heart and stuff, because one of the things we were trained to handle as cabin crew was if somebody had a heart attack. So we got a very intensive lesson all sometime in the 1980s. And so I was very much on my guard about, what to do if somebody was having a heart attack. And she said, I was out front of my house one morning, and one of my elderly neighbours, he's a priest, and I saw him getting into his car. And she says to me, next minute, he's down in the front of the car, in the little cabin of the car. And she said, got it, he's having a heart attack. So she's like Superwoman, she's gonna do everything that she learned. So she ran, she yanked the door of the car open, she gets at his little clerical collar, rips it off, pulls up the shirt. You can't actually see my scar. It's actually just about, pulls up the guy's shirt, start giving him the old, CPR. Staying alive, staying alive. Actually, that is the rhythm, by the way, if somebody does contact in front of you. Anyway, at one point in her fervour to save this man's life, she hears him going, stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? She said, you're having a heart attack. He said, no, I was just tying my laces. It's a true story. Only the facts have been changed. So look, try and get a bit of this weekend, starting now. Even get a notebook or something. If you've got children, for God's sake, hug them. If you've got a cat, I love cats, or a dog, see the wonder in it. Sure, some stupid fucker might press the button in the next 24 hours. Who knows? You're going to be gone anyway at some point. So start enjoying your life. For God's sake, it's passing you by. The reason you think, oh, the older I'm getting, the quicker it's going. No, it's the same amount of time as you've ever had in a year. 365 days. Maybe 66 in a leap year. Yes, it's the same time. And you're saying, well, I'm getting older and it's speeding up. You know what? No, that's not actually what happens. What happens is, at some point, the brain, or you, says, well, I know it all now. So you stop inquiring. You stop getting busy. You stop being involved. That's what happens. I know it all. No, you don't fucking know it all. And if you do, go back and start practicing some of it again. Because your life is ebbing away. I do not say this to you as somebody who knows all the answers. No. I mentioned I ruminated on it for some time. Why? Because it's passing me by. I have my voiceovers, I have my studio, now I don't even have my kids, they're away, I have my beloved wife, by the way, empty nest is going great. We're kind of very Darby and Joan, we're getting on just lovely. There's a harmony in the house, which is about to be broken soon, because I realised my wife has given something of mine, an item of garment, and it's not Antonio Guterres' underpants. No, it's a kind of Well, it's kind of a waistcoat when I had a waist. But I like it. It's a hacking and that round thing. She's after giving it to charity. The wagon. She's gone and she's given it to charity. And she thinks I don't know about it. Well, I went looking for it because I thought I'd wear it today. Will I let you have it? Will I? No, that's a 4K camera. I'm not going to risk smashing it. Tell you what I will do, as we say in Ireland. I'll wish you well, you motherfuckers. My wife and I play this game because the kids used to play it when they were small. And it's if you see a yellow car or vehicle, you shout, cheese on wheels, no hitbacks, okay? Hitbacks meant you can't hit the person because you've identified cheese on wheels, which is a yellow car or truck or whatever. So here we are, the empty nesters, but we play this all the time. So when we go for our long walks, cheese on wheels, no hitbacks, cheese on wheels. So whoever gets the most cheese on wheels wins. But recently, my beloved wife, and she won't thank me for sharing this, has been adding the adjunct to it, cheese on wheels, motherfucker. I say, will you drop the motherfucker? It's terrible. You know, because she's so proud, you know, that she spotted something that I haven't. Cheese on wheels, motherfucker! I go, holy God, will you mold your controltions, woman? Right. Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? Like and subscribe. Email thismuchistrue@protonmail.com. Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me?
I've been thinking about what you have done to me. The damage is much deeper than you'll ever see. Hit me like a hammer to my head. I wonder were you pushed or were you led? Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? The only one who knows the truth, man, that's him, me and you. My friends, they listen to the things I say. They listen and they hear more every day. But I know they never understand it, because it was no accident, you planned it. Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? Why did you do it? Why did you do that thing to me? The only one who knows the truth, man, that's him, me and you. 1, 2.